Hello, this is Angela with Parko's Hausfrau. Sorry it's going to be a little bit dark this evening in this video. It is that time of year in Oregon. It's dark at 4:30 and we all kind of hunker down and hibernate a little bit here in the colder months and enjoy sticking close to home and close to the fire, close to the kitchen, and just doing quiet things in the long, dark nights that we have. It is a time of year that I really value and really enjoy, but it's also a time of year that I'm glad doesn't exist all year long. I'm glad it is a seasonal experience, because that means that I look forward to it, I enjoy it while it exists, but it kind of wanes and we move into another season before I get really frustrated and kind of tired of the endless long nights. So as of right now, we're all enjoying this time of year, and I hope that you are too. So today I wanted to share with you my number one tip for saving money in the kitchen. This channel is about ecological and frugal homemaking. Those things are intertwined. There's so much in our culture that tells us that if we want to be green, if we want to be environmentally conscious, if we want to be organic, we have to spend more money. It is a lifestyle for the elite, so to speak. And that's just absolutely not true. So I hope that's a message that comes through on this channel, that frugality and ecological consciousness go hand in hand, that being sustainable, being regenerative in the way that you run your household is something that is attainable for everybody, not just for folks that are affluent. So today I thought this is a really simple thing that helps save me a lot of money in the kitchen, and it's something I learned at a young age and a lesson that was kind of reiterated to me a number of times in my early 20s, and I'm glad that I really took it to heart and utilized it in my kitchen. And I hope that if it's something that you don't fully appreciate now, that you will at the end of this video and realize that our slow, small solutions, as we say in permaculture, those little tiny changes that we make can actually have a really big impact. And this is one that has a big financial impact. It really reduces waste in the kitchen. So without more suspense, let me just say the solution is to use a spatula. It's actually to have a cohort of spatulas that I keep and use on a regular basis. When I was 18 years old, I was gifted the book, The Tightwad Gazette by Amy Decision. And if you have not read that, it's actually a collection of all of the issues of the Tightwad Gazette magazine into one really large volume. And she has this kind of list of, the whole alphabet, and attached to each letter of the alphabet is one kind of frugal homemaking tip that she imparts to her readers. And when you get to S, it's spatula. Now, my mother was always very big on spatulas. In fact, I'll show you her spatula collection because I'm up here at my dad's house. So I'll show you her spatula collection. It is quite larger than I think most homemakers need, but my mother was somebody who cooked like Julia Child and Jacques Pepin together, and her kitchen reflects that. So the Tightwad Gazette talks on letter S about how the spatula is a much underappreciated and humble tool in the kitchen, that when you use it, you can round out another half muffin's worth, you can salvage a half muffin's worth of batter, or you can scrape out enough peanut butter for another couple of sandwiches. And I think that's absolutely true. A spatula is a tool of reducing waste. It is a tool that maximizes getting every last little bit of goodness out of every jar and bottle and every bowl. And it may not seem like those small increments, those small quantities that you scrape out add up, but over the length of your homemaking experience, it adds up to saving a tremendous amount on food waste. And I've definitely found that to be true when my kids are having, scraping the bottom of the jar of Nutella, I can always get one more sandwich worths out if I grab one of my trusty spatulas. So let me show you a couple of spatulas I think are worth investing in and what I think is important to look for and what you want to avoid when you are selecting spatulas for your kitchen. Again, this is such a small thing you can do to really marry those qualities that we want in our homemaking of frugality and eco-consciousness. We're reducing food waste, which is good for the planet and good for our budget. The number one tip I have for selecting a spatula is getting one that is nice and flexible. There are so many on the market, either made out of silicone or rubber, that are far too stiff to be effective. This is my absolute favorite spatula. It's made by Rubbermaid. I have a whole set of them. I'll show you a picture in a minute. They're really flexible and heat resistant, and they have held up really well over the years. While it is possible to have too many spatulas, don't forget to include some smaller ones that will fit inside condiment jars like jam jars and peanut butter jars. Here's another look at my favorite spatulas, those heat-resistant Rubbermaid ones with a nice flexible edge that really helps scrape out all of the food. So we're in my dad's kitchen looking at some of my mother's spatulas, and she had quite a collection of these very small ones that are perfect for reaching inside very narrow-mouthed containers like condiment containers, things like hoisin sauce or sweet chili sauce. And I don't have any of these, but I find that I probably want to add some to my collection. Don't forget, not all spatulas have a handle. A small pan scraper is an incredibly useful tool, not only for saving on food waste, but also for cleaning up. Last pro tip, if you are using a lot of tomato products, it helps to get red colored spatulas as the white ones will stain with tomato-based condiments and sauces. So thank you for watching today. I hope that this video inspired you to think about small things that can make a really big difference. A difference in the moment and a difference cumulatively over time. That we can use simple solutions in our homemaking to help us trim our budget and help us focus on living a life that is more sustainable. Those little low-tech solutions often add up to really contribute to the bigger picture of making our homemaking sustainable for us as individuals and for our household and for our community. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing.